Oh, Smackdown. A really good show. No, in fact, pretty much a great show, to be honest. Really good, especially into setting up for WrestleMania. We got a lot of good things, I will say, tonight. Couple bad here and there. It wasn't as worse as Monday Night Raw last night, but this right here, I can get down with. And come on, like I told you, like last night's review, you know they had to start setting up this stuff quick as possible with only 3 to 4 weeks away from WrestleMania. So we got to get things rolling on the ball. We got to get matches set up. We got to have promos going. And a lot of things were set up very nicely for, looks like coming into WrestleMania. SmackDown put on a great show tonight. I will say that. Really good. And it's not a lot of complaints here, I will say, because Raw was just forever. And, you know, I could sit here and make fun of the Give It To Me promo with Batista and Triple H. I still found it hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. That shit was hilarious. I know it was repeating themselves, but it was a very hilarious promo to me. But a lot of things going on here. They're kind of still in Ohio for, what was it, Dayton, Ohio. So we're here tonight, and we kick off the show with Shane McMahon. As Shane came out there, he had that Best in the World trophy or World Cup trophy from the Saudi Arabia thing, which I'm sick of that. And he wanted Greg Hamilton in the ring then, as he pretty much, you know, have him announce he was the best in the world. The fans booed, but then he grabbed Hamilton and he said, say it like you mean it, which he did it the second time, but he said, say it with more conviction. And, you know, he's trying to, you know, just grab him by his neck and says, say it right, okay? And then as Shane, after he said it, you know, say he was the best in the world, Shane pretty much, you know, people want to know why, what he did, but he says he's sick of it. He says he's tired of people just talking about the Miz, and, you know, he's talking about the fans, because he was sick of a lot of things, because he's sick of Miz, he's sick of the fans, he's sick of all the employees in WWE right now, and they wanted to use him just to get ahead in life. And he said, you know, his entire life he's been trying to rub, you know, people been trying to rub against him in order to, you know, to get some type of promotion or advantage, like buddy up to Shane McMahon. And they wanted money, they wanted stock options, they wanted a lot of things from him. But last Sunday, when he beat up the hell out of the Miz in front of his big potato dad's face or whatever, what do you call him, a big potato or something, and he talked about the whole best in the world thing, because I'm the best in the world, not him. I was the reason we became the tag team champions, because, you know, he was born that way. And, you know, he loved it when he beat the hell out of the Miz, like I said, in front of his dad. And he said it felt good. He said it was like a spark lit in him, and it's never going away. And he told the Miz to listen up, okay? Because he enjoyed beating his ass so much, he wanted to do it again at WrestleMania. And it's going to feel awesome, as he said before he walked off. First off, I'm not real. Listen, we all knew this was coming. I've said this several times before. Sooner or later, one of these two were going to turn on each other, and it'd be a match at WrestleMania. I don't really want to see it, and I still kind of thought it was going to be Miz heel and Shane face, but given that they have been in Ohio since Fastlane, especially if it was in Miz's hometown at last Sunday at Fastlane, and this was still an Ohio crowd, except it was in Dayton. Of course, they're not going to turn on the Miz, and they booed at Shane. Am I really convinced by heel Shane here? Not really. And I've seen heel Shane in the past, but a lot of that was with Vince McMahon over multiple times, going against people like DX and others, or the corporation, if you want to go with that. Because we've seen Shane McMahon as a heel in the past, but going against the Miz right here, you would think Shane is the face and Miz is the heel, just given how you look at it, okay? I don't really need to see this match at WrestleMania, nor do I don't even understand why it's even a match at WrestleMania. But hey, they gotta get Shane on the card one way or another. The only really thing you could say Shane did was really kind of heel was what? Beat up Greg Hamilton, making him say the best in the world, right? That's all he wanted, but all I can say is, because, Miz wasn't on this show, so I guess we'll get a promo from him next week. Like I said before, I don't really want to see this match. I don't really care about this match. Just given how, Shane beat him up last Sunday, I'm assuming Miz will win at WrestleMania, so is it really anything to talk about? Does it really need to be on this card? Not much, but they've been building this thing since the whole Saudi Arabian thing back in November and making them a team, and then they were the tag team champions, and now Shane has turned on him, and he's tired, he's sick of people trying to get ahead by using his name and buddying up to him. So there you go. Was I really impressed by Shane's promo? Not that much. It was okay, but it's like, WrestleMania match, knew it was coming, don't really care that much. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. So I don't really want to see either of these two. Shane, they gotta get on the card. Miz, I just don't even really think he's that good in the ring. He's a great heel and all, but as a face, not so much. But moving on from that, 8-man tag team. The Hardys, Ricochet, and Aleister Black versus The Bar, Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev. This was I would say it was a good 8-man tag, since, I guess Ricochet and Black, I just have damn near beef with anybody nowadays on Raw and SmackDown that I can't tell which titles they're going for. Most likely the Raw ones from the Revival, and I'm sure that'll be a match at WrestleMania. I'm just kind of figuring out right now, so I'm just guessing here, but I could see that happening, because look at those two, it's not working out, I believe. But this was a pretty good match, I will say that. But as everybody started hitting finishers on each other then, and Jeff hit the Twist of Fate and Swanton on Cesaro. Everybody broke it up. All the guys started brawling with each other. But the next thing you know, the New Day came out, ending it in a no contest then. The New Day pretty much started beating the hell out of everybody, throwing them out of the ring. But they kind of beat up Rusev and Nakamura. Hit him with a Trouble in Paradise on Rusev, kicking Nakamura, throwing Sheamus and Cesaro into the steps and everything. They didn't really get the faces that much out there. They just kind of, they just kind of disappeared. They just focused on beating up the heels right here. I found it funny when the commentators say they just beat up 4 elite tag teams. How long have Rusev and Nakamura been tagging with each other that makes them an elite tag team? And then again, Ricochet and Black just kind of started tagging. They're good, but I wouldn't say elite. Hardys and Bar, okay then, but especially the Hardys. But I'm like, Nakamura and Rusev are an elite tag team. Okay, how long have they been tagging for? What, barely a month? And most of the time they've lost the matches. So why are they elite? But yeah, New Day just beating up everybody, since they gotta do the whole thing with Kofi Kingston later on the night to address his future for WrestleMania when he's in with McMahon tonight. But them beating up the tag teams pretty much to I guess prove their point for later on. Next thing and I would say probably one of the best things of tonight. Well, first off, they did go to the Usos right after, I guess, talking about the whole tag division. Bar, whatever, talking about the Bar, talking about the New Day, talking about Black and Ricochet, talking about Nakamura and Rusev, talking about the Hardys, pretty much putting the tag team division on notice. If anybody wants a shot, we done ran through everybody and we'll run through them all again. Welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Most likely I would probably see the Hardys doing this, because I've been hearing rumors about that at WrestleMania. I guess we got brother versus brother tag teams here, so there you go. But like I said, a good promo from the Usos. But now probably one of my favorite things of the night though was the next segment here. Randy Orton coming out to cut a promo on AJ Styles, which he talked about the house that AJ Styles built, right? And he talked about in 2002, while I was while I was here, AJ Styles was working in high school gyms for $10 a night. In 2004, he was in bingo halls while Orton was becoming, the youngest world heavyweight champion. In 2005, AJ Styles was down there in Florida getting a tan with Dixie Carter, which I'm actually surprised they even mentioned, so I guess taking a shot at TNA if you want to go with that. But while I was wrestling The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And Orton says, I built this house long before AJ Styles got here, and SmackDown was the house that he built. And as AJ Styles came out then, he pretty much told Orton, he says, look around. You want to talk bad about the indies and everything? Because Orton pretty much shit on the indies. You can go back to the bingo hall and stuff. But, he says, why are you turning down the indies, huh? He says, I followed your career pretty closely now, okay? And Styles says he's proud for where he's came from, all right? And, he said his entire career and everything, that guys like Orton were built for WWE and he wasn't. And that's why he said Orton couldn't even survive in the indies then. because he says he pretty much talked about Orton, which I thought was funny. He kind of mocked his pose, and yeah, you got a knockoff diamond cutter, which is pretty funny. Good shot there because of the whole RKO thing. Orton pretty much says that's funny because throughout all the years 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, Orton has just dominated in WWE. And he pretty it's funny, you and your indie buddies, just tried to rip anybody off, all right? That's all you guys really do. Especially with the too sweet gesture, Bullet Club shot. I'm sure we all want to go with that. But Styles said, look around. All the people you talk about from the indies and stuff now, they're all here now. You're surrounded by them, which is true because NXT is signing damn near everybody from the indies nowadays. But people that you thought would never be in WWE, from anybody, I guess from New Japan or Impact or Ring of Honor, the list goes on, or just whatever promotion from any other wrestling company. Any promotion, they're all here now, and you're surrounded by them. And they've earned their place in the WWE. They didn't just run to their dad to ask for a job. Ooh, good shot there. And then he said, you had help on your way to the top. From Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista, they had your back. But Orton says, I've accomplished more than you have, at the age of 24 than you and your buddies will ever achieve. And then Orton pretty much started listing, I'm a Royal Rumble winner, multiple time world champion, Money in the Bank winner, multiple other titles. He just went long and long of the list Orton has, and he didn't need any help to do it. But then AJ Styles listed all the teams Orton has been in: Evolution, Legacy, Rated RKO, the Wyatt family. Seems like you had a lot of babysitters there, as he said. But then Orton pretty much cut him off then, and he says, listen, you're renting this room in my house, okay? He says, I'm the landlord, and the rent is about to come up due, you son of a bitch. Which a really cool line right there. And then Styles pretty much told Orton, like, you want the rent? Come take it. Point at WrestleMania sign, set it up, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, WrestleMania, but Orton walked away, didn't want nothing with it. But we all know that's going to happen. But a very great promo segment from both AJ Styles and Randy Orton, taking some really good shots at each other right there. And it was good, and it really did hype the crowd out for their match and for WrestleMania, because they were pulling out the ammo out there. They were pulling some shots, okay? So they had some good things to talk about. I don't know if they'll put on next week, but now you got a good match for WrestleMania, okay? I know I said before you got to start putting these matches together as fast as possible, but we all knew this was going to come, and it should be a damn great match if given the time at WrestleMania between AJ Styles and Randy Orton. I loved it, though. Next thing you know, Sonya Deville was out to face Asuka, which I feel is directionless at this point. What do I have to say about this match? I didn't really care. The only thing that looked silly to me was when Asuka did a baseball slide and put Mandy on the ground. And as Mandy's trying to get up, you could see Sonya Deville stand there like she's trying to do her best to grab the ring apron like they did at Fastlane last Sunday, just to make Sonya trip, which it looked like it took forever to do just to time it right. And then Asuka hit a kick, and then pretty much Asuka locked for the win. And then Sonya just says what happened, and Mandy said, I don't know what happened. And, Mandy just walked away as Sonya just looked kind of pissed off then. And then they just had the Iconics cut a promo on Sasha and Bayley saying they're ducking them and they want the titles at WrestleMania. Okay, first off, who the fuck does Asuka have to face at WrestleMania? I've said it before. They've already made a second-rate champion on here, okay? Say what you want, but they have. It's funny that they're more focused on a storyline with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville about to break up, and the Iconics, at least they're trying to go for some titles. What is Asuka doing? Because like every other woman around right now has some type of title thing going on or some type of story, but Asuka is the champion on Smackdown, should be at the top, and it should be about her right now leading to WrestleMania. But who the fuck y'all got to face this girl? You got nothing. All she was there to do for this match was what? Further the story with Sonya and Mandy Rose, just to see which one of them is going to attack first and break up and be a heel and everything. So that's all I can see. Like I said before, the only thing, because Asuka's pretty much ran through the division, right? The only people I really see they can have her going against is who? Grandpa Simpson, Lacey Evans, depending how many more times she's going to walk in and out. Thank God we didn't see that again tonight. Or could it be, I don't know, like I said last week, Nikki Cross? What the fuck happened to her, huh? Then again, what happened to Sanity nowadays? The only time we bring out Sanity is to job them out to somebody, okay? Like they did with Eric Young and Ricochet a few weeks ago. And then again, she wasn't even out there with them. So I don't know where Nikki Cross is. Maybe she will face Asuka at WrestleMania. They need somebody to face Asuka. It's either got to be her or Grandpa Simpson right there to face Asuka. Because right now, they've made her second-rate champion. Okay, and to be honest, if any of these girls do face her, I think it'd be a dumb idea if they drop the title from Asuka there to put it on one of them, because Asuka should be a bigger deal, but they really don't even treat her like a main champion. And she, like I said, she is the women's champion, but everybody's focused on the Raw one or any other title. I feel like that Asuka is second-rate champion, so they pretty much forgotten about her. Next thing you know, Becky Lynch comes out. Old peg leg right there, I was gonna say, but I guess she threw the crutch away. Hopefully, the injury angle is stopped, but she did still limp to the ring, because between Kayfabe Killer, Robot, and peg leg there, I was wondering how much can they overbook this entire angle with these three, because they really have. Okay, I've said it last night, they have overbooked the hell out of this triple threat, but it's supposed to be the main event though, allegedly. So I'm saying that allegedly because they keep saying one match is the main event and this match is the main event. I'm not going to keep repeating myself on saying this since I've said it several times now. But Becky came out there. She was it's good to walk on her own 2 feet, and she's had some fun in the past weeks in the events, from suspended, unsuspended, suspended, arrested, getting my WrestleMania match, losing my WrestleMania match, getting it back again, winning the Royal Rumble, but now she lost it, but now she got it back because Ronda did the bidding for her. That I pissed off Ronda Rousey so bad that she helped me get my WrestleMania match. That it's hard to play mind games with someone who has no brain. And he said, good job what you did on Sunday. Don't worry, I'll repay you. I'll take your title and break your arm this Sunday, but I'll break your arm at WrestleMania. And called her a weirdo. And she doesn't care. She has to beat the Golden Girl, Charlotte or Ronnie there. But she will take the title at Mania. So it's kind of, I'm going to get to that about her plan in the end, which is just, I guess they just made that up at the last second to make some sense out what happened having it Fastlane on Sunday, because that was dumb as hell what they did last Sunday. But Charlotte pretty much came out, and that Becky, you've been working yourself hard to keep yourself out, but now you're back in, and you've been hot for like 6 months. I've been doing this. I've been on fire for 4 years, okay, and I've carried the division for years, and that this show is meant for me, and I'm gonna make you and Rousey relevant again at Mania, and that the Queen. You will bow down to the Queen at WrestleMania. You will call her Miss WrestleMania. Becky called her a dope den with a plastic face. And that, yes, you've had the division by the throat for 4 years, but you've done nothing with it. I've only been on fire for, 6 months. And now like I said, quote unquote, main event WrestleMania, allegedly. But I'm saying that. But like I said before, she said they don't need a queen, they need the man. They just kind of had a stare down, and that was the end of the segment. I still kind of found it funny they had to make some sense of what happened Sunday. Hey, I pissed Rousey off so bad that she came out there, got me disqualified, so now I didn't have to beat Charlotte. I'm just in by disqualification, and laughed about it, and I guess make Ronda turn heel because I pissed her off so bad now. I almost thought Becky was almost kind of sounding like a comedian out there, which was actually some funny jokes what she was saying though. It's hard to play mind games on a woman with no brain, you weirdo. So, like I said, triple thread. We all know where this is going. This story is all over the place at this point. So, hey, you don't know how they'll try to change it up next week to overbook it. Because, come on, we got Kayfabe Killer Ronda right there. Work, shoot, work. She's pretty much full-blown heel now. I still, like I said last night, it's kind of funny that, she went heel before Roman. But, given the circumstances, I guess we can look at that in a different way. But I just kind of funny. I just kind of find it funny that they pulled the trigger right now on Ronda. It's like, you know what, we got to turn her heel. The fans were already turning on her before, but it's like, hey, let's turn on her now after that whole very fast promo last night. So we got 2 heels and 1 face in there, so we know who's gonna win. But it's best they, I guess, now magically heal Becky, I'm assuming, even though she's still limping a little, but it's better than her with crutch, because I don't have to call her peg leg no more. And because it's gonna be odd that, I guess, Becky's got to overcome the odds with hurt leg, hurt arm, hurt knee, whatever, just to beat several time champion and the MMA fighter or whatever, to overcome the odds. I don't know. So triple threat match, that's all we know. Wasn't really a bad promo from both her and Charlotte, so at least they didn't overdo it. But I just thought her explanation how she got back in, like, I played mind games, that's why, even though that whole segment was bullshit on Sunday. But we got to come up with something here, folks. Samoa Joe and Almas went against Rey Mysterio and R-Truth. Pretty good tag match, I will say. Rey pretty much got the win after, Joe tried to put him up for, I guess, Uranagi. Rey had into a roll-up pin, pretty much getting the win. Joe was pissed in. He pretty much hit a Uranagi on both Truth and Almas as Rey was down there. I could see probably another fatal four-way happening at, WrestleMania. I know people are saying it's supposed to be John Cena and Samoa Joe, but it's probably maybe it could be another fatal four-way for all I know, which should be a great match. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm at the store, Pierce. He did say he was going to go with me. I didn't hear him, no. Angie had called me. He at the store up here getting on top. Because I didn't hear him say he was going to Walmart with me.
All right.
I came back and brought him to get a pop.
Get the paper towel.
I got paper towel. I want you to come out here. This thing is heavy.
All right, see you then.
I'll call you. Get ready.
All right. Had to take that phone call, but like I said, I know I heard it was supposed to be Cena versus Joe, which I probably would have saw Cena win it anyways, but maybe it will be another fatal four-way. Maybe we had a stipulation, maybe we had a ladder or a table. I don't know, but I don't think these four are done fighting over the United States Championship. Where does John Cena go? Some people say Cena's supposed to be facing Kurt Angle, and I guess this whole retirement angle, they're doing it right now, so we'll see. But right now, I expect another fatal four-way rematch for the United States Championship with all these guys right now. Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan were walking out of Vince's office. Pretty much say they have to face Owens and Mustafa Ali, which wasn't a bad match, I will say that. Pretty good. Kind of ate up some time. Ali pretty much ended up taking the pin, due to the whole claw choke slam thing that Eric Rowan does. After, he just kind of threw Owens on the barricade. So, Ali takes the pin again. Not a bad match, though, but I guess they didn't want Owens taking the pin from there. So, that's all I can really say from that. But not a bad match. But as, Rowan and Daniel Bryan were leaving then, Vince McMahon came out. Vince came out then, and he says, tonight I'm going to, he's here to give the people what they want, okay? And that's give Kofi his opportunity, his title shot at WrestleMania. But then he showed a video package from last Sunday, and he said that they didn't listen. You all did not listen. This is a teachable moment. I give him a triple threat match, but he had to win that match. But he failed. And this is a teachable moment, okay? But the New Day came out then. There was a big Kofi chance. There was a lot of big Kofi chants throughout the night because it was Kofi chants during the Shane McMahon promo. But Biggie said, we are not in the mood. You can't teach us a damn thing. And Wood said, we play by the rules. We never complain about the system or anything. We went all the way around the world to India for you, okay? But you still treat us like garbage. Biggie, he pretty much said that Kofi has been in this company for 11 years. He deserves better. He deserves this title shot. This is bigger than all of us, bigger than your ego and everything. But Vince told him to shut the hell up. And, this is mine, okay? But talking about ego, but Woods pretty much, said that Kofi has earned his shot. He is beat former champions. He never got his opportunity. And, Vince, say wishes he was championship material, but he isn't. And, he called him a phenomenal athlete and everything, Vince McMahon, because Vince says, he could wish he could give him the title. But you're a worthy representative of the product. You've been here for a long time, but you're just not the WWE championship material. You're a B-plus player. And he said, someday you will enter the Hall of Fame, but not by yourself, but as a member of the New Day. And he pretty much told Kofi, given your age and everything, now you got these two young bucks with you doing all the heavy lifting that, you had no problem with that. And he said, he's just not ready for a WWE title shot. And you'd never be ready. But Kofi pretty much says, hold up, man, let me handle this. And he said, I don't want to get you guys fired, but I've never complained, okay? I've missed a lot of things. I've been in this company for a long time. I have missed, weddings and, birthdays, everything, but I've always been overlooked. I've always had to struggle, but I've always done everything for this company, as he said, and he should get his chance to fight for the WWE Championship. And he wasn't demanding a shot where he says, what do I have to prove, because he has missed trick-or-treats with his kids, or, putting the Tooth Fairy and everything, because he said his son lost his first tooth, and he has done everything, because what does he have to do? I've done it all. What do I got to prove? Next thing you know, Randy Orton comes out there, and Vince says, you do deserve a shot, so you got one more time to prove it. Next thing you know, like I said, Randy Orton comes out, then Samoa Joe, then The Bar, and then Rowan. All you got to do is beat all these guys in a gauntlet match next week, and you'll go to WrestleMania to fight for the WWE Championship. Next thing you know, Joe, The Bar, and Rowan come out, which they pretty much get their shit kicked in by, the New Day again. Then they The Bar got their shit kicked in by the New Day earlier tonight. Kind of odd that you have your U.S. champion out there getting his ass beat. Randy Orton was the only one probably smart enough to stay in the back. Same with Daniel Bryan. They're like, you know what? I'm going to let them handle this. So there you go. So it was a big brawl at the end. The New Day pretty much, took everybody out, because Kofi's got to do all it by himself next week, almost like the last gauntlet match. Can he do it again like the one he did for Elimination Chamber? But it was like a big thing for next week's show. Even though it's kind of funny, we just had a gauntlet match not that long ago, so Kofi's got to do another gauntlet match again like he did for Elimination Chamber now. So it should be good, but we just had one. Like I said, we just had one before the Chamber, and that was like under a month ago now, and really not that long ago, so Kofi's got to do another one. I can tell you how most of this is going to go, really. I'm sure AJ will interfere when Orton's in the ring to screw him, or the whole Fatal 4-Way thing with the U.S. title. I don't know what the Bar does, maybe do something, tag teams or whatever, and Rowan there, but they've not done that. But Vince is doing what he's doing right now. He's stacking the deck against Kofi Kingston, and now he's got to do what he can. And like I said, the crowd is just super over with Kofi right now for him, and to win the WWE Championship and get his shot at WrestleMania. But he's got to go through 5 men next week to make it there on his own. So it should be good. Like I said, a really good episode of SmackDown, though. Very great. Way better than Monday Night Raw. There was a lot of things. There was setting up WrestleMania matches. Just like I said, some of the show I didn't like, maybe, from the Shane thing, because I really have no interest in seeing Shane versus Miz, really. But I guess I got to do it anyways. Asuka is directionless. She has no challenger, but we're focused on Mandy Rose and the Sonya Deville story thing right now. But a lot of great things from AJ Styles and Randy Orton's promo to set up their match at WrestleMania, the Vince and Kofi segment, the New Day out there, and excuse me. Yeah, the Vince and Kofi segment with the New Day out there was great also. Like I said, what else was really good on the show? The tag team matches was kind of whatever. I know the U.S. title's still going, so that was a good match. Even, Bryan and Rowan getting the win, which they haven't really had a win in a while over, Ali and Owens out there. So that was pretty good too. Becky and Charlotte promo. It was okay. Like I said before, I can go on the whole overbooking of this whole triple threat match, but it was okay. I thought it was still kind of silly how they explained the thing from Sunday, but I guess I got to come up with whatever type of reason. Mind games. Yeah. I'm in the match now because I pissed her off so bad that now I'm in the match, which that thing made no sense last Sunday though. But like I said, good episode of SmackDown. 8-man tag didn't really get nowhere, but we know what was being set up for. I'm assuming the Usos are probably going to go against the Hardys for the titles at Mania, like I said earlier. But like I said, a very solid episode of SmackDown tonight. Mostly setting up matches for WrestleMania. I know I did that on Raw last night too, but Raw was mostly shit. So that's what I can really tell you from this. But I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about SmackDown tonight, okay? Because very, very newsworthy show, especially setting up the WrestleMania. So we just got to set it up, folks. Let's set it up as fast as possible. We only got 3 to 4 weeks away. They should have done this probably months ago to set up a lot of these matches. But, we got to do this as fast as possible, okay? We just got to, like I said, we got to throw it out there, folks. We got to get these matches on the line, all right? I know it's fast, but that's what they got to do, okay? We got to get this shit going on the road. But, You know, and I will say, with the way they're doing the whole Kofi and Vince thing right now, I know it's not going to happen, but even I thought to myself, it would be pretty cool if Kofi could main event to actually win the WWE Championship. But like I said, nowadays they treat the WWE Championship damn near third rate. I hate that, and they never main events the show and everything. But, and because we all know the other two belts are becoming more important than WWE Championship itself. But like I said before, great episode of Smackdown. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Smackdown tonight. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Tell me what you thought about this entire episode of Smackdown tonight. Did you think it was better than Monday Night Raw? Because I thought it was better than Monday Night Raw by a landslide, okay? So it was a pretty good show tonight. Like I said, the road continues. I'm sure they're going to be setting up more shit next week when they come to my neck of the woods in Chicago for Monday Night Raw. But I am out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.